Good morning, everybody. This is Carrie from KDS Insurance Services down in Texas. How are we doing today? Wanted to come in and talk to you this morning about a very special relationship. And we all have a relationship with our moms. But there's a different kind of relationship that mothers and daughters have, and it can be a relationship that at sometimes in our lives can be a challenge, in my particular case. My mom is one of my heroes. When I was growing up, my dad did a lot of traveling, as I've mentioned in the past, for his career. He was gone quite a bit, more than quite a bit. My dad was gone and a lot, more than normal, because of what he did for his career. My dad is a retired pro touring golfer, so he was on the PGA tour when I was growing up. And so my mom was the captain of our ship, and the day-to-day living was my mom's responsibility. And that's a big responsibility. 3 children, a household, marriage for one person. And you complicate that when, in our situation, we had moved to the United States from Australia back in the late 60s. And so everything was on my mom's plate. Everything. As you can see, I've already done my eyebrows. And I've put my Milk Makeup stick product on for my concealer. Now I'm coming in with my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, which I absolutely adore. And I'm being careful not to disturb the concealer that I have, the corrector actually, I should say, that I have already put on under my eyes. So I'm just going in now and putting that tinted moisture, spreading it around with my fingers. All right. Now we're going to come in with our concealer, and this is an e.l.f. product. It's the e.l.f. long wearing concealer. I have some spots over here that I kind of like to spot check. Right here. So my mom did everything when my dad was away. She cut the grass, she did the dishes, she cooked all of our food, she did a lot of our washing, she did everything. She managed our lives pretty much by herself in a new country, and she had no mechanism of support. The rest of our family, our extended family, her parents, my dad's parents, they were still in Australia. And so she didn't have the support system that I have now, for example, with my mom. My mom doesn't live in the same town that I live, but she's close enough that I can get in the car and go see her and spend time with her. But my mom didn't have any of that. My mom was by herself. And the responsibility of us 3 kids, my brothers and I, was hers. And so when I tell you that my mom is my hero, she is my hero. She did so much by herself, and not to toot my own horn, but she raised 3 kids that are successful, stable adults that have their own children now, then their own grandchildren now. And the reason that one of the reasons that we are so such normal, if you will, is that she was hands-on, and she was, I don't want to say she was tough, but she was tough. You know, I mean, we had to toe the line. We didn't get it done. We knew we didn't get it done. And she did it all. And for that reason, she is and will always be a hero of mine. Now, I'm going in today. I found this new product that I wanted to try, and it's under eye pink powder, and it is by Laura Mercier. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. I used this over the weekend, and I have to say, I am kind of really stunned at how this sets your under eye. It is just kind of remarkable. I also am using it now as a setting powder for the rest of my foundation. So, you know, when you're growing up, you become a teenager as a girl, the hormones that you go through are crazy, right? We all know that. Guys go through it too. And I can remember being at such odds with my mom, not because I didn't trust her instincts or trust what she was doing. It's just that you go through that stage, and it's a rough stage. And I have to say that I feel like now I am the person that I am and the woman that I am, and it is because of the influence of my mom and how she lived her life and what she believed in. My mom put our family and my dad first her entire life. That was her career. And it was a 24/7 job. She was on all the time. And I don't think that in our society today, that this is my LA Colors palette, by the way. This is my highlighting palette that I use for contouring. I also use it, I'm going to use it today for my transition shade, because I am wearing blue, and so I'm going to use some blue highlighters, and, some blue eyeshadow and some blue pencils, eye pencils. And you know, we grow up and I don't want to say we resent our moms. I don't think that's the appropriate word, but I think that we just, as women, as we're growing up, we're trying to figure out who we are and what we want with our lives, and unfortunately, I think in our society today, women who decide to stay home and raise their children don't get the credit that they deserve. They certainly didn't get the credit back in my mom's generation, for sure. I mean, my dad could do what he did because my mom was at home and she was taking care of the three of us, and that's the trade-off that they made as a couple. I don't think in our society today, even today, that women who decide to stay home with their children are given the accolades that they should have, because it is, in my opinion, it's the most important job in the world. If you bring children into this world, it's your responsibility 100% to take care of those children, irregardless of what your professional life is. So now I've got a new lipstick that I'm trying out, which I really like. It is a L'Oreal number 620, and it is the voluminous line. I cannot read the color, I'm sorry, but it is 620. That's what it looks like. Really nice packaging. You know, raising children, is the most gratifying job, in my opinion, that you'll ever have, because the rewards that you get from it are, oh my gosh, they're just endless, right? I mean, my kids are grown and I have grandkids, and I thank the Lord every day for them, because they're my inspiration and they're what I do every day for. And I was very lucky. I have a wonderful husband. We have our 30th wedding anniversary this month, and he was so supportive and so helpful, and he didn't travel. He was at home with me and the kids, and I look back on what my mom did, and honestly, I don't know how my mom did it. I really don't. I mean, the responsibility of children on your own 85% of the time, that's a scary proposition. And that's what my mom did. And she did a hell of a job. Today, my mom she's my hero. She's my best friend. She is who I talk to about everything in my life. She's who I'd go to for advice. She is, outside my husband, she is the one person that I know that I can always go to, who's going to be truthful and honest with me, and who is going to support me 100% all the time, no questions asked. And I am extremely blessed to have such a supportive person in my life. And I think a lot of times we get so busy in our lives that we forget to stop and thank our mothers for all the things that they do for us on a daily basis. Even if you don't live with your mom, if your mom's like my mom, my mom's thinking about all of us and sending us the good vibes that we need on a daily basis. So her job still goes on to this day. And I don't know any other job in the world that does that. I mean, her whole entire life, my mom and dad will be married 63 years this year. Her whole entire life centers around my dad and her children and her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren, and that is her source of everything. And I think that's a remarkable achievement in one's life. I'm in awe of my mom. And I think as we get older, as we mature and we have our own children, and we realize exactly what our mothers do for us, that's when we realize how important they are and how much we need to stop and say thank you to them. And I hope that you're fortunate enough to have the relationship, the kind of relationship that I have with my mom. I think that everybody should have that kind of relationship. I know not everybody does. I hope that sometime in your life, if you don't have that relationship, that you find a way to work back to it, because they're the one person unequivocally, your dads too, I don't mean to exclude dads here, but I'm just talking about my mom today, that you know that you can go to irregardless of what you are doing, what you have done, where you are, and they will absolutely every single time say, I love you. It doesn't matter. And that's a remarkable treasure, and I hope that you treasure yours the way I treasure mine. She's one of a kind. Absolutely one of a kind. All right, I've obviously done my neutral in the crease transition, my blue, because I'm wearing blue eyeshadow. I've done my NARS Giddy blush, and I've chiseled that here with my highlighter, put my lipstick on, my eyebrows are done, and I'm just gonna come in now and curl my eyelashes, get some mascara on. I hope wherever you are, you're having a nice week, and that you had a nice 4th of July. It is still so hot. Today I'm going to use my Thrive mascara. Still working on those lashes to come in. They're slowly coming in. I am considering, until they come in, going down and getting a set of lashes put on. You know, just because it's pretty sparse still, and I just really want to look nice for my husband for our 30th wedding anniversary, so I'm considering that. I'd be really interested to get some feedback from you guys if you've ever had a set of lashes. Did you like them? Did you not like them? What about them did you or did you not like? How long did they last? Did you have any problems with your eyes? I'd be really interested to know that, if you had any problems with your eyes while you had the lashes on. And if you're still wearing them, how often do you have them replaced? What brand you use? Do you do them yourselves? Do you go somewhere and have them done? Be really interested, because I am considering it for this very special occasion for our 30th wedding anniversary. We're getting really dressed up and going out to dinner, and of course I want to look my best, and so I am considering putting those on. I would like some feedback from you guys though. Alright, so I got my mascara on. Now I'm just going to come in with my highlighter here. This is my Milani highlighter that I just adore. Gotta find my little highlighter brush. Just going to come right in here. Thank you, everybody. You guys are just amazing. You know, I continue to get these wonderful messages from you guys about my videos and continuing to do makeup videos. And I so very much appreciate that. I really do. I know we're all really busy, and for you to sit down and watch a video, I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm just a lady who's going through her life and trying to give back to everybody by this channel and helping us all successfully live our lives and have everything and all that we want. And so I so very much appreciate it. I'm putting on my Plumping Physicians Formula. This is the bomb. This is the best stuff. And it does plump your lashes, without a doubt. Your lashes. Plump your lashes. Plump your lips. You start to get this tingly sensation, and I definitely notice a difference. Alright, and then I'm just going to come in and I'm going to use my setting powder. This is my setting powder that I use. I do love it. And I just put my powder puff in and just come in and set all of that down on my neck. Burned myself the other day again. Golly, those curling irons are just brutal. Alright, let's look back and see what we got here. Very nice. I think that looks very nice. I'm just gonna get my just a little bit more blush. You know, I'm a blushaholic. Always have been. And there we are. So, today, take some time, call your mom, tell her how much she means to you. Tell her you're sorry for all the things you put her through as a teenager. I did. And I am sorry every single day that I put my mom through such terrible times when I was a teenager. I think it's just life. I think it's just part of our growing phase. But she's always been my #1 biggest supporter. And she's always told me I can be anything that I want to be. And she is my hero. She's one of my inspirations, and I love her so very much. Tell your mom. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for stopping by. Leave me a comment if you don't mind. Like and subscribe. It would mean so much. Make sure you hit that bell so you know that the next time I post a video. I love you, Mom. Have a great day.